name is Madeline Schellman, and I will be fighting Cassandra Uribe on Friday, May 10th for the NFC Muay Thai Georgia Welterweight Championship. I'm just really excited that my gym and that the NFC believes that I'm ready for this opportunity to fight for a title. I'm pretty early in my career, and I've been training really hard, and I'm just excited to show my ability on this stage and fight for a title. We have been training elbows since day one, and so I'm just really excited to kind of have the opportunity to use some of the tools that I've not been able to use up until this point, and use all of the tools in my tool belt and show everyone what I can do. Megalodon is my first and only home gym, and it really, they're like a family, and I just feel so honored to get to train with so many great competitors and people. Well, if you've seen me fight in the NFC, you know I like knees to the gut, but I'm really hoping to show you all a lot of things that I know how to do very well. So I can't say how it's going to end, but I know that I'm going to win. I hope to bring a large crowd. I know I've got some family, some friends of family. Obviously, people from the gym are coming, but if people can't make it, I know that I've got a strong support system of people who will be supporting from afar. Come watch me fight for the title on May 10th at the Monday Night Garage. Get your tickets at nfcfighting.com.
All right. Wow, that says it all right there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 411 Sports World Show. I'm your host, Mr. 411. And as you just finished watching, in the building this morning, Madeline Schellman. She's going for the welterweight championship in the NFC. Friday, May the 10th. And so we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna pull back the curtain a little bit on who Miss Schellman is, and a little bit on her opponent, and much more. So, get ready. We're gonna play the one more bumper, and then we're gonna get started. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank everybody for good morning, Miss Schellman. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to 401 Sports World Network on YouTube. Make sure you do that for us. Also go to TikTok and make sure you type in Mr. 411. That's MisterFourOneone. Mr. 411. Just like that. Go to TikTok, help us out, keep the numbers going up. We have a lot of videos out there on TikTok to summarize a lot of the sports throughout the week, and it keeps you up to date real quick and easy. So help us out there. Appreciate that. Also on Instagram, Mr. 411 once again, and those things are QR codes too, so you can scan those as well at your convenience. We definitely appreciate that, and want to give a big shout out also to the gym that Miss Schellman trains in and works at as well, Megalodon MMA. So make sure you check them out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those things. Mr. 401 has already done that, and you should too. All right. Once again, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So, Ms. Schellman, for those who need to get to know who you are, let's go ahead and do that. Let everybody know your background, and then we'll get into your upcoming event.
Yeah. So I'm Madeline. I'm from the Atlanta area. I'm from Marietta, Georgia. But I live in Athens, Georgia, and I am currently a PhD student at the University of Georgia, and I am a Muay Thai fighter, and I do jiu-jitsu. I'm a jiu-jitsu purple belt now. Got promoted about a month ago to purple belt, so that's still new to me. But so I've been training to fight for the past 4 years. I got into it. I just met this guy who was teaching a boxing class at a fitness gym, and I was in there with it's kind of like a cardio kickboxing class, and so they weren't really training to fight, but I was really serious about it and was really wanting to learn it all. And so the guy, he was an active MMA fighter, and he was like, "Look, if you really want to fight, you need to go to Megalodon." And so I went to Megalodon and never turned back, and have been competing since the beginning in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and we'll get into a little bit of both of those, I think. But yeah, that's me. I fight and I work hard.
All right, excellent. Okay, and you said student at University of Georgia, and I was just
Yeah.
watching the NBA. A lot of my buddies watching the NBA playoffs, and the Timberwolves have a player from UGA, Anthony Edwards. He's doing very well for himself in the league now, slowly becoming one of the main faces of the league. And then also Contavious Caldwell Pope. He played at University of Georgia basketball, and he played on the opposite team, the Denver Nuggets. So they're in a series against each other. So they talked about University of Georgia. So wow, look at all these athletes here that tie together. And but you're the one that's going for gold. They're going for the NBA championship, but you're going for a belt. And let's talk about that. You have an upcoming bout against Uribe, and let everybody know what this is about. I know it's a welterweight championship, but do tell a little more detail for us.
Yeah, so my fight is in, what is it, 4 days now, 5 days, May 10th in Atlanta. I'll be fighting Cassandra Uribe in a full rules Muay Thai fight. And so what that means is that we'll have five 2-minute rounds to win. And so it'll be, the rules are that we'll have no shin guards, no headgear, but we'll have elbow pads and we can throw elbows. And so Muay Thai is all about striking. It's about punching and knees and kicks and elbows and clinching, which is where you grab onto them and you're holding them close and you're hitting them from close range. And so it's nothing on the ground. Once someone goes to the ground, you stop and they get back up. It's no grappling. It's all standing and striking. And so, yeah, I'm going to come home with a belt is the plan.
Yeah, that is the plan. Definitely expect to have you back on with the belt on your shoulder or sitting up on the table, however you want to display it for the next episode. But Uribe, what have people said about her, or what have your scouting team, if you can, reveal a little bit about her and your upcoming opponent? I know she's not chopped liver. You know what I'm saying? She's got to be to be in a title match as well. She has to be formidable at some level.
Yeah, so I've never seen her fight. I've never met her. I'm excited to meet her and to go at it with her. But she is from South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina is where she trains, and so she'll be coming. I think this is her first time in the NFC.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, she's had something like 12 or 13 Muay Thai fights and been successful in the majority of them. I think her record is 10-2 or 9-3 or something like that. So she's won a lot of fights and has a lot of experience, and that's really good for me. I'm excited to challenge myself and go against someone who has all that experience, because I've had 3 Muay Thai fights. I'm 3-0. And so I'm really excited to get this opportunity to go with someone who should be really a good challenge. And, I've had a few fights that have been with girls who had records closer to mine that were like, my first one was, we were both 0-0. And then my second one, she was 4-1 or something, so I don't know. So it'll be good. That's really all I know, though. Like I said, I haven't seen her fight, so I don't know much about her style. We did try and find any videos, it helps to know a little bit, but, and we found one, but it's a little old. So it's like, she's probably changed a bit since then, but
Yeah. So the unknown here, that makes this fight even more intriguing. And with both of you going for a title, this is going to be great. I know there's a card. We'll show that card to everybody later on, because there's more than just one fight there, but this is the main one here, and that we want to discuss. But should be a great card with NFC. Let's talk about NFC in just a second, what that is. But Beulah Dukes, shout out to Miss Beulah Dukes. She says, awesome, much luck and success. So she's rooting for you, Beulah Dukes. Big shout out. And guess what? Miss Dukes is from South Carolina.
Okay. Well, maybe Cassandra.
you already turned the fan already. You already turned South Carolinian over to support the Georgian. So that's good. All right. Oh, there she is again. All right. We thank Beulah Dukes for tuning in and commenting. All right. So NFC, what is the NFC?
So the NFC is the National Fighting Championship, and it's a promotion, so a fight promotion. They're people who put on fights. in the Atlanta area. And so there are a few locations where they'll host fights, but they've been doing, I think this will be oh gosh, I want to say we're on card 165. Is that what it said? So they've had a lot of fights. They've been promoting fights for a long time, and it's a really, really, really good organization run by some really awesome people who I've enjoyed getting to know over the years. But yeah, I mean, it's one of the premier promotions in the Southeast, I think. So I'm really honored to get to fight for them, multiple times, and they keep wanting me to come back, and they're giving me a shot at the title.
Yeah, I mean, how did you feel when you got the word, when your camp, revealed that you was going to be in a title fight?
Yeah, well, so we were. I was like, okay, guys, I'm ready. Let's start looking for a fight. If you feel like I'm ready, let's start looking. And so they were looking, and we didn't have a lot of success. I'm gonna have to ask Cassandra where she found all her fights. Like I said, she's like had 10 or 12, and we're about obviously the same size. I'm like, where are all these girls? Because I'm having a hard time finding girls my size to fight. So anyway, I was excited that there was an opportunity, and they said, yeah, it's for a title. And I was like, oh, I felt like I still feel like I'm pretty new to this. Like I said, I've only had 3 fights. So I was honored. I did not expect to have a title opportunity so early on. And so I'm just honored that the NFC thinks it's time, and that they've seen me be successful, and they're ready to give me that challenge, and that my gym feels that I'm ready too. Like they know everything about me, my gym does. And if they feel that I'm ready, I trust them. And I'm just honored is all I can say.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good. So there's some other bouts on the card, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But now that you teased us a little bit earlier, you said we'll get into it a little bit later. And here's the time. The different styles of fighting. I know you said it was striking and that, but what got you into that particular style? Because then there's several styles that you could get into in the NFC.
Yeah, so the NFC promotes MMA fights, so mixed martial arts. They promote Muay Thai, they promote Jiu-Jitsu, and they've recently been doing freestyle cage wrestling. And so those are the kinds of things that you'll see on this card. I don't know if there are any Jiu-Jitsu matches on this card, but yeah, I mean, they promote all kinds of sports in the cage. And so that's really cool. I guess what got me to do primarily Muay Thai is probably just the way I got into Megalodon. Like I said, that coach who was teaching boxing, he was an active MMA fighter at the time. But when I went to Megalodon, I went first to the Muay Thai class, and just I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but I liked it. And I liked the guys who were teaching it, and I liked learning that it's not as scary as I thought it was to be in a cage and to be fighting and to get hit. And, it's like I guess to me, it's kind of like, it's just compelling to overcome. It's kind of like every time I train, it's like a challenge. Like, how am I going to challenge myself today? It's a real, it's like playing chess. It's mental too. It's not just physical. Like my body's changed so much. I'm stronger and I'm faster and all this, since I started, but also mentally, it's a really good exercise to be learning the things that we do in Muay Thai. And so I think part of that, the challenge, is what makes me gravitate primarily to striking.
Absolutely. And that seems like, to me, that's exciting to see the strikes, more so the grappling. But I mean, I know the strategy behind all of it. So this is going to be exciting. Can't wait to be there. This 4-1 will be in the building to check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't wait. Yeah. So how do you feel about being in a cage?
So when I first started, I saw a couple people fight, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine being under the lights and in front of all the people and in a cage. It just seemed like I would never be able to do it. But once I did it the first time, it really, like, I squared up with my opponent, and all of the other stuff went away. And it wasn't, I couldn't even tell the crowd was there, honestly. And we bring a big crowd. The NFC has a huge crowd. So I'm in the cage, I'm facing my opponent, and it just tuned into that. And I didn't care who was watching, and I didn't care that I was in a cage. I don't know. It was intimidating, but now I realize that it's just another place to train and to be and to work on my skills. And it's an exciting space and an environment. So I'm excited to be back in the cage.
Very good.
There it is.
We expect you to be on the show next week with this belt. That's what we're looking for, or at least something similar to that belt. But yeah, we want you to have that championship. We want you to win that thing.
Yeah.
There's some other news that you may want to share, right? Dealing with the United States of America.
Yes. So it was probably about, I think a week ago. I guess a week or two ago, I was asked to fight again for the United States in an MMA tournament. This time it'll be in Argentina. So this summer I'll be going to represent the US in Argentina. We have a whole team of people who are going, and I'm just really excited that they asked me again to fight. So I'm so excited for this opportunity.
Oh yeah, and definitely congratulations to that for that accomplishment as well. So you're worldwide now. How does that feel? How does it feel to go from uh, just getting into the art, but now becoming a worldwide athlete now?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, it's I feel just very fortunate that, I mean, the only way that this worldwide thing has been happening is just that I knew people. Like, I kept doing this and getting myself out there just locally. And I met the owner of the NFC, David Oblas, and Oblas knows somebody who knows something, and that's how I got into it. And so I'm just fortunate to have been kind of positioned in the way I was, and to have the training I have to be so successful in my bouts. And so, but to bring it international, I mean, that's just an incredible experience, that this thing that started as just a hobby or just a way to kind of work out has now become something that is very serious in my life, and is getting me around the world and giving me opportunities I would never have otherwise. And so like fighting is the only reason I have a passport. Like, it's I just had no idea it would go this way or this far. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, that is awesome. It's a great story, and it's a great lesson for us all. If you're good at something, or interested in a certain field or something, if you do it because you love it, then from that point it'll take you wherever it needs to go. And
100%.
and that's what's happening here right now. This is just another step for you, and you're going to continue to have much success, especially this Friday night, May 10th. In Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Before we get out of here, we'll put up the QR code, but also make sure everyone goes to nfcfighting.com, and you could take care of all your business there as far as tickets, directions, all that kind of stuff. You'll see that there at nfcfighting.com. So make sure you go there as well. We thank the NFC, because without that opportunity, without the NFC, you wouldn't have this championship opportunity here. So that's great. But also, what about the gym, Megalodon? What role did they play in for you in your career?
Oh man, Megalodon I couldn't say enough good things about my gym and the Baines family who owns it. I mean, they just pour into all the people who train there, and it's just family. I know that other jiu-jitsu and MMA gyms probably say similar things about their gyms, but I feel like Megalodon's just a special place where it just feels like a home. And I feel most myself when I'm at the gym and with these people who are we all got to be a little crazy to do this kind of stuff that we do, and we're doing it together. And it just is I mean, the support system within the gym, like, they have just poured into me. Like, my coaches, like Grant specifically, and Vinny and Casey, and they just have put a lot into me, into helping me be successful. And I'm so grateful for everything that they've given me, all the opportunities, all the support, all the love. Megalodon's the best gym there is.
And there it is. So we're going to play the fight card just for a second, and then we'll come back. I have another question for you dealing with the gym. Matter of fact, we'll play the fight card at the very end. There's several bouts there. Everyone can take a look at that. Take a look at that. But as far as are there other athletes that's a part of the Megalodon Gym? Will they be participating Friday as well?
Yes. So this is actually the first time that I've been in fight camp with someone else. So fight camp is what you do leading up to a fight, the extra training. It's like ramped up training that's more intense. And so we've been doing that for the past 2 or 3 months. And so I've been doing that with Cade. Cade is also fighting on this card, and it's his Muay Thai debut fight. And so I've been so excited to be in camp with him, and I'm really, really thrilled to see him in the cage and see him win as well.
Very good. All right. So with that said, will you all have like similar ring gear representing your gym, or any specific gear that you want to wear, and
Yeah.
any background on the gear?
Yeah, that's a good question. So as far as okay, I guess you're thinking like there's the clothes and then there's the gear. So the NFC provides all of the gloves and shin pads if you wear shin pads. But I'll bring my own elbow pads, and Cade will bring his own headgear. He has to wear headgear because it's his first fight. That's a rule in Georgia. So, but we don't have any Megalodon logos or anything on that. We won't look the same. We'll be wearing our own like Muay Thai shorts. I don't know if you've seen the Muay Thai shorts, but that's one of the very fun things about training Muay Thai is that shorts are very flashy. They're very shiny. They're sometimes have little like tassel things on them. They're just so you get to kind of express yourself and your individuality through the Muay Thai shorts that you choose to fight in. So he and I will be wearing different Muay Thai shorts.
All right.
We should get some Megalodon ones though. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Any music? Are you gonna come? Or any of the fighters coming to have a ring walk, if you will?
Yeah, so the NFC is a fun promotion. Every person gets a walkout song, and every fight, whoever wins it, they get a little interview at the end. Like it's a production for every fight gets a good amount of airtime. And so yeah, we all have walkout songs. I fought for a promotion last summer in Daytona. It's called Siam Fight League, and it was a little different. We didn't do walkout songs there. It was just kind of like boom, 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 like fight, fight, fight. Okay. They had a lot more fights on their card, but NFC is cool in that they do the whole shebang. So yeah, I'll be walking out to I always walk out to an instrumental of a song from Hamilton the musical. I walk out to the song My Shot, and so it's about I'm not throwing away my shot, but there are no words, but I know that they're there, so I kind of think of it like I'm not throwing away my shot in this ring, in this cage. I'm gonna win, and so that's been good music for me so far.
Very good. And you do have this shot right now at this championship welterweight division. So let's just say, not to put the cart in front of the horse, but will this be the only division that you fight in, or are there other kind of long-term goals here?
So I like to say that I'm just riding the wave. Like,
okay,
as long as I'm having fun and doing this, I'm going to take whatever really comes my way. And so if there's like in Argentina, I'll be fighting a different weight class. I'll be fighting 10 pounds lighter in Argentina. And so it's just like whatever opportunity comes up, I'm going to do my best to make that happen, whether it's Muay Thai, whether it's MMA, jiu-jitsu, whatever weight class within reason, I'll do my best to make that happen. But yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is a good division for me though. This one we're fighting in is really at my walk around weight. And so I'm not having to cut weight or anything. I'm on weight every day. And so that's going to be the first time I've done that. I've had to always cut a little bit for my fights. So I'm really excited to go into a fight without having had to do any weight cut.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I know, like, watching boxing, for example, there's a lot of talk just off the most recent fight a couple weeks ago with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And there was a big, to do about weight. And Ryan Garcia did not make weight, but they still had to fight. It wasn't for the 140 division. Wasn't for that belt, but it was still the fight went on. And there's a lot of discussion about making weight and things like that. So can you just talk about that for a moment? What is it like to try to make weight, and how does it feel as you get closer to the end when you do have to, get 1 more pound, 2 more pounds off?
Yeah, that weight is always a discussion in a fighting gym. And so it's a challenge sometimes depending on how much you have to cut. And luckily I haven't had to do that much. I don't know. No, there was one time I did a jiu-jitsu fight that I cut 20 pounds for, and I did that in about a month, and that did not feel good. But luckily for my striking, I've only cut like 5 to 10 pounds, and that's not been bad. But yeah, making weight, it's like when your opponent doesn't make weight, it kind of feels like a sign of disrespect in a way, because you work hard. And if I'm working hard to make weight, which luckily, again, this time I'm not having to work hard on weight specifically, I'm working hard in other ways, but it's like you're working hard to get ready for a fight, whether that's cutting weight or just training. And if your opponent isn't making weight, it's like, what are you going to do? Like, you've been working hard. You don't want to not take the fight because you're ready. You put in 3 months of work, you're going to take it, but then so it's kind of like if they don't make weight, they know you're going to take the fight because you don't want to sacrifice all that work for a 4 or 5 pound weight difference. And so it's, sometimes it feels like, and I don't know how hard they're working at cutting weight, but it's like, it just sucks. Like, I'm going to take the fight, I want to fight. So I take the weight difference. And so far, and that's happened to me a few times. In fact, I've only had one opponent who's made weight. And so I don't want to say I'll always take it. Like my coach would never want me to say I'll always take it, but it's just a tough situation to be in, to have to make that decision after having put in all the time and work. So it's a very serious thing, making weight.
Yeah. I mean, it ties into, as you said, professionalism, because you have fans that are expecting to watch a fight or pay to see a fight, take the time to attend one. And, the whole point is, because of what was on the card, say, hey, opponent A versus opponent B at this weight class. That's what people are expecting. So it is a duty there to do that. And I feel like if it's something that you already know is hard to do for yourself, then you probably just need to get into another weight class.
Right.
So you don't have to, struggle to make that weight. But, I think some people may do it because they'll have more of an advantage if they fight in this particular class versus that. But that's that double-edged sword there. But yeah, I'm glad you went behind the curtain on that. As far as the weight, because there's a lot of discussion about that when it comes to sports. They have like rehydration clauses and things like that. You hear all that stuff, and obviously, I think it's for a reason. They have weight class for a reason, and so I love it when the boxers adhere to that, and the UFC fighters and NFC fighters. I'm glad when they all just get there and fight in the proper weight class so we can get that fair fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people like to cut down because then, in striking, typically you weigh in the day before a fight. And so you have 24 hours to rehydrate and to eat and to bulk back up. And so by the time you actually fight, you might be 15 pounds heavier than you were when you weighed in. So you're 15 pounds heavier than me, And so it's like, that is an advantage. That's why people like to get down to a lower class. And so, but yeah, like you said, if you know it's going to be a struggle to get there, don't do it. Because if you don't make weight, that's on you. Like, you signed up for the weight class, you knew what it was expected. If you can't do it and you're putting me in a weird position, it's definitely a professional part of the fighting. But it is tough to get that last couple pounds if it's a lot. You have to think about dehydration techniques and things that are really not that safe going into some striking situations. But so we try not to cut weight as best as possible. But yeah.
Very good. Very good. You handled that tough topic there with the weight. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you doing that. Now, as far as the event again, you want to say something to all your fans out there and give some reasons as to why they need to come to the fight or tune in to the fight.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm lucky to have so many people out there supporting me and so many people who are planning to be there. And so I don't, obviously not everyone's going to be there, but almost everyone is going to be there, it feels like. And so that's exciting. But yeah, come on. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be my toughest opponent yet. And so you'll see some new stuff from me and you'll see great stuff from her. I'm hoping. And so, yeah, our fight's going to be a good one, but there are other ones on the card. Like you've mentioned the card a couple times. There are going to be a lot of good fights to see. I think there are about 13 fights, 13 matches. And so, yeah, it's going to be a fun night. And if you've never done a fight night before, there's just nothing like it. Like, it is a very special environment. And we're going to be, the venue's really cool. The Monday Night Garage. It's just it's a fun, it's a fun time. And so you got to be there.
You know, that sounds fun. Monday night garage.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun place to be.
Yeah. They have a bar, they have pizza, and then you got fights. Like, it's just where else would you want to hang out on Friday night?
Absolutely. All right, let's see who else is out here. Cynthia Moore. All right, determination will make you make weight. Winning spirit as well. Shout out to Cynthia Moore. She's one of the dedicated followers of the show, and she's definitely gonna tune in and check you out.
Awesome.
So there you won over another fan already.
Thank you, Cynthia.
All right, shout out to Cynthia Moore. Okay, so closing remarks, and then we'll let you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, well, thank you again for having me. It's always great to talk to you, Mr. 411, and I'm thrilled to meet you on Friday. That's going to be so exciting. And so y'all come out, y'all tune in remotely or get yourself to Atlanta.
Absolutely. All right. That's nfcfighting.com. If you go to nfcfighting.com, you can get all the details you need right there. Also, there we do have a short plan on the YouTube page that scrolls across and shows you all the bouts for the event. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and that is 411 Sports World Network on YouTube. Make sure you do that. Make sure you follow Megalodon as well. They have the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everything, Facebook. So make sure you follow Madeline's Gym because they're doing great work there. And look, they just produced a great product here in Madeline Schellman. And we wish you the best coming up this Friday.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, for Madeline Schellman, I am Mr. 411. We thank everybody for tuning in. You can also watch this again and again and again on the YouTube page. We'll also have some short videos out there as well. So if you're busy and you need to get get some quick information there, we'll have that out too. But make sure you follow us there and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And we'll see you soon. And when we come back, when Madeline comes back, she's gonna have the belt with her. So you can't wait. All right. All right. Well, everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.